Alrighty, what is up everybody, hustle family, savvy investors, and all you beautiful people alike. Today we're going to be looking at XLM, or the chart for Stellar Lumens. Now, we're going to be taking a purely technical approach, leaving all emotions, rumors, news, and hype at the door, and we're going to take a look at what the purely technical chart is showing us right now. So you can see obviously we are in an uptrend, which is great for the bulls. Bulls are in full power right now, making higher lows all the way up until about here, to where we reach a bit of a channel or a bit of indecision fighting in the chart there. Now, one thing we want to look for is any bearish or bullish semblance here in the RSI versus the actual price action. Now, one thing that we can see is if I take this horizontal line, we have somewhat of a double top that formed right around the 357, 358 mark. However, in that same time frame, let me go ahead and grab what am I grabbing here? Let's grab a trend line. In the same time that we had this double top, the RSI was actually making a higher high. Now, that is in fact a bearish signal, but that doesn't mean that the whole chart is lost. It doesn't mean that that is an overall bear signal. It's just something to look out for. Now, while we are in this uptrend, we can see this channel here, and if we put it at the lowest point right here that we retraced down to before our move up again, we can kind of see this channel that we're moving in. Now, just having this channel up here is going to give us a good idea as a line of support and a line of resistance, meaning if you are someone who is looking to short, if we come below this line, retest it on the underside and continue below, that would be a good opportunity for a short. Now, on the other side, if we bounce above this support, come back and test it and begin to move upwards, well, that would be a good time to enter a long position. Now, nothing you see on the channel or hear on the channel is financial advice. We're just here to give you a basic set of tools so you can do this yourself, and really that's kind of self-defeating, as if you learn how to do this, well, you won't need me anymore. But the plan is to show you guys basically what you would look at and how you would do that in technical analysis. So we are looking at the 30-minute chart. The 30-minute chart essentially means each one of these candlesticks represents 30 minutes of price action. The bear's trying to drag it down, and the bull's trying to push it up. So let's go ahead and get rid of all the drawings that we currently have on here and throw a retracement pattern. Now, I'm going to have to zoom out with a Fibonacci retracement. When you see a trend start, so our bullish trend would have started right here, you want to take the lowest point in that beginning price movement, and you want to stretch the top to the top of that so you can see where possible lines of retracement will be, and you can see that that does line up quite nicely with this bounce off of 0.326. So this is going to be, and I'm going to plot this right here, this is going to be the point to watch. So shorts, again, you are looking to short or find shorting opportunities, again, not financial advice, but to find shorting opportunities if we break below, retest the underside, and continue lower than 0.326. And you may say, well, what if this was the bounce spot and we do not retest that line? Well, I can show you what we're going to look for then. We will take the Fibonacci extension, and this takes essentially 3 points. It takes the first 2 points that we had in our Fibonacci retracement, so the low of the movement and the high of the movement, and the third point is going to be where our line of retracement was. So seeing as the other side of the coin, if we do bounce off of that 326 like we already have, and we do not revisit it, well, then we want to look for buying potential to the upside, and we also want to look for potential price targets, right? This is where we would exit our investment, and this is more for the shorter term day traders and swing traders. This would be where we would exit our investment, wait for another retracement, get back in, and do the whole thing all over again. So using this extension, we can kind of see this is right below the previous channel that we had plotted. So I would still actually use the double top instead of the fib extension. So I would set that as my resistance and my entry target for a long term. Now we can plot a couple more lines here using this one. We can go here, and we can go here, and here. Alright, so these are going to be the next either price targets or points of entry that we can look at. That means if we get to 0.369, 0.382, or 0.396, we can begin to reevaluate and look for an exit on our current investment, or we can begin to watch for a potential reversal for another retracement, meaning if we were theoretically to come up and touch this point and then somewhat stagger back down, we would then be throwing yet again a fib retracement, taking our current lowest point to our highest point. We would then be looking for another buy target on one of these lines of retracement. So is XLM going up or is it going down? Well, currently we are in an uptrend, and let me remove the drawings. Currently we are in an uptrend, and as long as the bulls can keep us above this 0.325, we will remain bullish. However, if we cross under that line, retest the underside, and break lower, this has a very good opportunity to turn into a short trade or a very bearish scenario. Now, if that was to look like anything, we could potentially see this trend line followed. And this is just a what-if scenario, but we could potentially see this trend line followed if we do happen to break lower. So make sure you are subscribed, as we will pick back up on this chart and revisit it when we either break to the upside or break to the downside. So don't miss that update. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions about technical analysis, leave them in the comments below and I will try to get to it.